Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Today's a new day. Today's a Friday. Wow, things have shifted since last Friday. And, I think that's our new norm. I think we're all looking for some certainty and something that, what is our new norm? And I really, really think that our new norm is the fact that nothing is consistent. So, I know that for myself, I've had my ups and downs these last few days. Monday was really kind of this bizarre day for me. I was really, really high and energized and showing up and had a vision and knew what my purpose was and what my voice was going to be. And then in the afternoon, it just absolutely fell apart. And, my ego brain started taking over and it was not a good afternoon. And I think for me, were it not for my sisters in my masterminds and my coaches, I reached out. I think I've been connecting with my coaches so much in these last few days. Monday and then again Wednesday was like I was in their boxes. I was communicating with them, and it was like, what's going on? And that's the value of being in a community of women, and that's also a value of a mastermind. And now more than ever, if you don't have a mentor to reach out to, oh my gosh, I think that's really the key for me moving forward and shifting. But I think the new norm for us that we need to understand is that everything that we thought even a week ago has been kind of tossed around and turned upside down. And I heard this analogy, which I think is a perfect analogy. It's like a snow globe. We were all living in this snow globe, and there was no snow. No one was shaking it up. No one was doing anything. And all of a sudden, someone took our snow globe of the world and just kind of went, and just like tossed it all around. And we're all globally experiencing something different. So I wanted to be able to, because where I'm really feeling called is to be able to show up and be of service to those of you who are now understanding how valuable it is to have an online business and to work from home, whatever that may look like for you. I know there's some of you that are working from home, you're still doing your 9-to-5 job and you're working from home, but you're recognizing that, I may not need to, I shouldn't put all my eggs in one basket. I may need to really get into this concept of having different sources of revenue. And I also want to speak to those of you that are in service-based business locally. So maybe you're a hairdresser, maybe you did makeup, maybe you do massages, maybe you did energy healings. You're a dentist, you're a hygienist. There's so many, and maybe you've been in the restaurant business, and lots of restaurants have really altered their hours, and they've had to be innovative. And I really want to be able to suggest that we look outside the box. This is the time to be innovative. This is the time, because there's no rule book on how do you run your business during a pandemic activity. There's no rule book there really isn't a rule book on how to be an entrepreneur, although we like to think that we look at everybody else and that gives us the guidelines. The reality is we can do what we want because there is no norm right now. There is nothing. And quite honestly, as an entrepreneur, first of all, I'm so grateful in hindsight that I listened to my gut and I took a leap of faith a year ago, because it was a year ago yesterday that I left my 9-to-5. And, it's like, wow, I'm so glad, because I'm now a year into my business. I was doing it part-time as a side hustle and devoting as much time and energy and showing up, and had my clients, worked with them one-on-one, but it was always on hours outside my 9-to-5. And I just got this divine guidance a year ago yesterday to leave my 9-to-5. And I am so grateful for that. But what I want to be able to offer you is that opportunity to collapse time. Let me show you what I've learned in the last year. Let's do it quicker. So I'm hoping that some people will show up, because I want to be able to answer some questions. I have some great innovative ideas. I love coming up with that kind of concept of, how to be able to show others sort of that, just planting the seeds. So let's take massage, a masseuse, for example. You might think, oh my God, I can't go to people's houses anymore. Maybe that's what you were doing. Or you have an office and your location's been shut down. Or people are resistant to, wanting that human contact because we're supposed to be social distancing. I get it, but I got to tell you, there's actually things you can be doing online. Now is a perfect time to grow and develop your business online. And it can be as simple as jumping into Facebook or Instagram or Pinterest and sharing with others your ideas on how massage can help, because everyone's stressed right now, for example. And I'm just using this as an example so that those of you that are watching can start seeing that there's lots of opportunities and not to stay so in our brain, so to speak. But you can show others via online, YouTube, Instagram stories, Facebook groups, the value of massage. So that when we get out of this isolation piece and this social distancing, which I do know will have its duration, it will come, it'll shift, may not be exactly, we may ease back into it, but then you've already built up this credibility with clients online. And for those of you that, for example, are massage therapists, go online and do live videos and show people how they can. I can tell you right now, if someone were to show me how to work out the stress in my shoulder, which is where I always need my massages, is on my upper back and my shoulder. It's like, I would love you. It's like, please show me how I can do this myself. And for those of you that are stylists and work with hair and makeup and things like that, go on and do tutorials. It's like, show us how to do our makeup. Show us how, so many of us are going to be needing haircuts. I'm not suggesting you show us how to do haircuts, but maybe you'd show us online how to do it for kids. Show us how to take care of our roots. So many of us, our true hair colors are going to be showing in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Think outside the box, or talk to us about products, or just build, because we are all craving, even though we're social distancing, we still want to be a part of something. We still want to know that we can connect. And so right now, the connections are all virtual. So if you have those types of services, and your location's been closed down, or because of the isolation, you can't go out and no one's showing up for hair appointments and things along those lines, think outside the box. What can you do? What is your gift? What is your area of expertise that you can show up online and start talking about? Because I guarantee you, and I don't know the statistic, there is so many more people that are online right now, and they're looking for that connection. So you may say, oh, but there's too many people that are doing makeup tutorials on YouTube. It's like bullshit, because there's new people. There's new people every day, every minute, showing up online. And that's where we get into that lack mentality, is thinking that, oh, there's too many people doing that. Who's going to want to watch me? How am I going to attract clients? And this goes for you if you have an online business or a product-based networking business, is we think, oh, there's too many people already talking about weight loss, or there's too many people trying to be coaches and give ideas and concepts on how to grow a business. The answer, what I want to share with you is, stop that lack mentality. Stop it. Because the world is abundant. We think that it's limited. The world is abundant. There are, I don't even know how many billions of people that have access to Facebook, or have access to Instagram, or maybe they've got a great following on Instagram, but they've not been in the Facebook world. I don't know. All I really want to implore upon you is to really be creative, be innovative. And those of you, for example, that have, maybe you do insurance, maybe you do some of these more administrative kinds of things. Again, you've got a few weeks now where we're supposed to be, some of you are in demanded state or government demanded isolation. Where I live right now, it's not to that level. But use this time now to figure out how you can take your local business and Get a presence online. If you're in insurance, start showing us about insurance. If you're doing anything in the finance world, we're captive. You know, you've got a captive audience. More importantly, you've got a new captive audience. People are online that don't normally, I wonder where I put my water. People are online that aren't normally online. And people want to know, gosh, maybe I should start looking at my financial future. Great. If you're a financial planner, come on and give us some value. Show us what we should be looking at that we really kind of took for granted. If you're in the stock market, people are trying to figure out maybe how to get in the stock market because they're hearing, that, hey, stocks are cheap. It's like, well, I was surprised that one of my mastermind groups yesterday, there was several women who were, were basically saying, how do I buy stocks on my own? Do I need to? Can I do it on my own? If you know some of this information and you know about e-trading and you know about all the other systems, by all means come, and now is the time to share. And our communication right now for sharing, because of the social distancing, is now become virtual. And virtual is where we want to be. And let me just do a little refresh here and see if anybody, because I'm not getting my comments on phone. By the way, if any of you have been noticing some weirdness with Facebook today, you're not the only one, because Facebook has been kind of acting up. I've seen people's posts get they disappear. They're being deleted. There's been some funky things with doing Facebook Lives and not seeing the messaging. So, again, going back to what I started with, we've got to be flexible. The new norm is to be unnorm. The new norm is uncertainty. But this time of uncertainty also is just ripe and potent for us to be creative. Creative in how we deal with the fact that our spouse and our partner and possibly the kids are now home. How do we be creative with creating that family unity? How do we be creative with the food that we have and repurposing? How do we be creative with running our business? Again, if it's a local business and now you've been laid off or your office is closed, how do you be creative with still taking your gifts and sharing them with the world? And if you need help with that, and on how to start an online business, or you're currently only a local-based business, here's a great idea. If you own a retail store, and I'll use a clothing store for example, obviously you've got inventory sitting in that store that's now closed because no one's coming in because of all the requirements. So now you've got inventory sitting in your store. Chances are you can't stop the deliveries of the new spring items or summer items that are coming in. Set up a virtual store. This is where, and this is one other thing that I can't stress more importantly, this is where having an email list, no matter what your business is so important. So if you had a retail store and you were collecting email lists, I know I've been in several local ones, I always put my email down. Use your email list. Create a virtual shopping hour, send a note. And then get your clothes from the store, whatever items you want to sell, and just do shopping online. Make it fun, make it a party, get some of your employees together. It's a great way to at least be able to give them a couple hours of work. Do a virtual, and then ship the items. It's moving your inventory, it's moving that flow of money, it's getting you to think outside the box and be innovative and creative. And I have all sorts of, this is part of me. For those of you that know human design, I'm a generator, and I have always been the person that can see possibilities. You can come to me with a business and I can give you all these different ideas and suggestions on how you can market your business. That's part of what I do. And as a generator, I just come up with these ideas. I can't use them all. I don't have a retail store, but I can see the possibilities. And so reach out to me. Tell me what your store is. Tell me what your business is. Tell me why, where you're stuck with trying to see how is this going to work online? And let's connect. And I'd be glad to share some ideas with you and plant those seeds and give you some of the structure or systems or just resources of what you can do. Don't waste this time now. This time of uncertainty, it can be your most potent time. It's an opportunity for all of us to just reset everything we've been doing. And like I said, there's no rule book. There is no rule book on how to run your business. If you've already been in the online business world and you're not sure if you should be selling or not selling, what are people going to think? Go within. That's what I always suggest to you, no matter what you're trying to decide upon, even if it's trying to decide what to have for dinner. Go, just take a moment and check in with yourself. What feels aligned to you? If it feels aligned to continue to sell your programs, great. If it feels aligned to you to alter the pricing, awesome. Do what feels right for you. There is no right or wrong. If you feel that your energy is now consumed by kids being at home and entertaining them, and you don't have the capacity right now to take on one-on-one clients or to grow your business, to offer programs, that's okay too. So there is no right or wrong. Try something, because again, I can't stress enough how many new people are showing up online, how many new people are on Facebook. You have an audience, even on your friends group. Some of your friends are coming from out of the woodwork because now they're home, they're more available, and this is our only form of connecting, is through our social medias. So please, just come from that point of what can I do outside the box? All right, what I used to do wasn't working. The world has given me new things to deal with. Awesome. What can I do different to still be able to shift my business, grow my business, alter my business, expand my business? Think outside the box. And I'm more than happy if you want to comment down below. Leave me a comment. I'd be glad. Tell me what your business is. Tell me what you're thinking you want to do. And I'd be glad to throw some ideas out there and let you know and give you some resources. Putting a business online does not, and I apologize to all my friends who build websites, but putting a business online does not require, please hear me, does not require a website. Does not. You can open up a Facebook group within minutes. That's all it takes. You need an internet connection. That's all you need is Wi-Fi, internet connection, your phone, a computer. And an idea. And the being brave and being courageous and just going for it. That's all it takes right now to start a business. So don't let all those limiting beliefs hold you back. Don't let those stories come up that say, oh, but if I start this and then I have to go back to work. Stop. Because if your vision is to create another source of income for you and your family, if your vision is strong enough, you will be able to adapt when you go back to work. And going back to work for you may look totally different. So don't stop yourself now because of what you think you might happen in the future. That's just our ego brain wanting you to stay where you're at. The reality is, now's the time. Now's the time. So please reach out to me if you have any questions. I do have a couple of programs and opportunities on how I can assist you in growing your business. And they're anywhere from, like I said, starting out to maybe you're already have your business and you've been plateaued. You're making $3,000 or $4,000 a month, and you know now that this is going to be your source of income going forward. You want that security of knowing that you're your own CEO. Then I think that is awesome. Reach out to me. Let me help you. Let me show you. And like I said, I am so grateful that I took that leap a year ago yesterday, and that I'm in the position I am today to, given this social circumstances, to have a business that's up and running. But I didn't just get here like this. It took me a couple years to do it, but let me show you, let me collapse the time for you, and let me get you to where you want to be in a much quicker manner. That is what I'm here for. So I hope everyone's having an awesome Friday. If you want some more trainings and more information, please check out my group, The Next Level Woman. That is a container that has a lot of leadership and a lot of business owners, and it is really going to be shifting into a different direction next week with some different trainings and workshops that I'm going to be doing within that group. So the Next Level Woman, I'd love to have you join it, and let's just get out of the box. Let's be innovative, let's be creative, and our world has changed, so let's go with the flow and see what you come up with. Now is the time. Bye.